On today's episode of WatchJRGo, we are back at the abandoned mini resort, and it's not for the reason you think. Well, who am I kidding? You read the title, it's for exactly the reason you think. We're gonna do it again. What is going on, guys? I am WatchJRGo, and today we're not working on this abandoned mini resort. Okay, actually, we are working on this the whole day, but I just bought some more property. So, while we have a lot of work to do, we got to get this done. Our deadline is, less than 4 weeks away at this point. It got moved a whole month, but we have to figure out what we're going to do with this, which we're looking at a ton of options. Building a tiki bar, building a garage that works. There's a giant aluminum pergola system that I wanted to buy that would just bolt on, but it actually looks like it's really cheap. So we're just coming up with a bunch of different things that we might end up doing with this. And we don't know what we're doing with this, but it also needs to be done in 4 weeks. Now, as soon as all this is finished, it will go up on Airbnb, and hopefully, we'll fill in the weekends when it's not busy. We'll be up here and we'll keep working on this, but it will be presentable and ready to rock and roll. There's nothing else we'll have to do that will be pressing. It's just gonna be, taking care of the place. So we figured we need another job to keep us busy as soon as we're, not busy working on this. So I bought another place. Let's go see it. Now we don't have to go too far. It's about a 10-second motorcycle ride over to the new property. And we're here. This is my new place. I don't exactly want to walk through here because last time I did, I got a tick. And we still need to get a survey done. But we can definitely nobby through here on the scooter. And this is it. No, not this house right here. That's actually not mine. I'm pretty sure my property line basically runs directly alongside this driveway here because we have about a ½ acre of a triangle right here. So super close to the current abandoned mini resort. And this is literally just vacant land. And our game plan is tree houses. Obviously, everyone loves tree houses. You can do a lot of really cool things with them. And of course, as soon as I started looking into it, I said, we're not doing tree houses. So I don't know. I'm actually gonna throw a poll up on the community page if you guys wanna go vote on this or leave a comment below. Let me know what you think would be cooler for a property like this. Tree houses or a container house. So let's go check this thing out. I've never actually walked in here beyond a couple steps because the one time I did, I got a tick in like 30 seconds. So we're gonna actually stay out on the street and not go through the property until I can get in there and spray the whole place with tick killer and maybe get it mowed. I'd like to get all the tiny brush cleared out so I can see what I'm working with. If you guys see all this stone, I think that's the property boundary right there. This runs actually around the entire place. And I think it looks really nice. We're gonna leave all that for sure. So this is 3 complete lots. The other place is 2 lots that are sized a lot better, but this one's laid out as technically 3 lots, even though there's not a lot of square footage in the corner piece of the triangle there. The triangle gets pretty big towards the back, and like I said, there's about a ½ acre here. I think it's 300 foot on each side or something like that. Maybe 400, I don't know what it adds up to. It just takes a little while to walk there. A football field kind of length. It is heavily wooded, and I love all of these big trees that have been here for a long time. So I do think we're gonna get in here and cut out all the small stuff so that we can see what we're working with and then decide whether we have a place to actually do tree houses or if we should just bulldoze out the center and build one standard big container home in there. Which is honestly, I think it's a cool idea. But it doesn't quite capture your attention the way tree houses do, that's for sure. I honestly do need a survey at this point so we can figure out where I need to put a driveway, where the utilities need to come in. You know what, the power's right there. I'm gonna assume that they probably wanna bring the power down right there. That is a pole to nowhere. The electric line terminates right there on this one. And it looks like that was set up for a transformer, but it's gone. And also that pole down there, exactly the same. Was set up for a transformer, but nothing's on it. So I guess I could pick either one of these for my electrical service. Can I ask them to take a pole out? Because if this isn't doing anything, then why can't we terminate at that pole and I put a transformer there? All the neighbors get their power elsewhere. Not off this pole, that's for sure.
Check out Gunner's truck.
We've got some amazing neighbors up here. Those are the guys that we all have matching Ford F-250s. There's a whole fleet of them in a row, and they own a custom door and cabinetry and furniture shop. And any tool that we're missing, they help us out because they have all their tools up here, and it's amazing. The neighbors up here rock. So huge shout out to Gunner and Kurt and, you know, everybody up here that helps us out all the time, Ron. So I could really use a survey and a site plan to figure out how to lay this out, what direction the house should face, where the driveway should be, what we need to do to make sure we've got adequate drainage. As you guys can see, there is a massive slope. The slope must be from where I'm standing to the top, just based on my height. I think there's 15 foot of elevation change. This thing is, you probably can't see it on camera. The camera makes everything look flat, but it's over my head by the time it gets past that little tree there in the center. So two of me, whatever, 12 foot, 15 foot of elevation change from bottom to top. So that's obviously gonna be a tough thing to deal with. I have come over here with the septic guys. They did a quick inspection. They think they can put the septic tank right over there, and then like a line system. I don't, you know, they had this all figured out. I don't know what they were talking about. They said this was gonna be different than a standard tank and lateral lines. They wanted to do a sprayway or something like that. Septic guys, anybody that's familiar with drainage systems, you might know. But a tank will go there, and then like a line, 300, 400 foot long or whatever that is. And then out at the end, another tank. He called it a spray system, I think. I don't know how or why you would need a second tank, but I guess solids come down into this tank, and then at the end you have a water tank or something like that. Kind of interesting, but he said it's way cheaper to do than a standard system with lateral lines. So I thought that was cool. I love the words way cheaper, because we spent about $5,000 on the one over there, and somehow over here we might be able to get it done for $2,000. So if I understand the plat maps correctly, and you know, I probably should have had a survey done, but I just, you know, when I'm buying these places, I just tell them that I'm a cash buyer and I'll get the deal done immediately. Like, I'll write a check today, just sell me the property as is, and I won't question anything. And that gets deals done really, really fast. So I think, based on our plat map, that right here is my property line, and then that point all the way over there is the other end of it. So in reality, there's a ton of room, but we do need an actual site survey now so we can figure out how to use that ton of room and make it not seem crowded. If I just put the house in the center, or tree houses in the center, I think that would be a really poor use of space, and it would kind of, you know, ruin the rest of it, because there'd be no place to put any entertaining areas, parking, maybe a shed if we need it, and also like the septic system. We do need to get a site survey done. Guys, isn't this the coolest road? It's just completely framed in by the trees. There's shade basically everywhere, and this road is super smooth. It's not even a fresh pour, but it's just a great road. So I love having the Navi and riding around here. You can rip through here full throttle, and there's like an S-turn. There's like a little chicane, comes off like almost a sharp 90, and then there's the chicane, and then there's the straightaway where you can just ride wide open throttle the whole way. I mean, you're only going 30 mile an hour, 40 mile an hour, but I love having the Navi and ripping it through here and just looking over and being like, wow, we own this one too.
Maybe the point right here should be the driveway. Everything's already knocked down. And if you come in from the road and then just straight up here, that's not a bad place to put a driveway. And all these trees are little and could come out right there.
Just found some more good news. There's my property. Here's the neighbor's property. Here's their water meter, which means the water line runs, well, I know there's a water meter right there, so the water line runs straight down the street. On which side, I'm not sure, but I do know that it won't be too bad to get water over to this property. It looks like we could probably go straight across the road over there, right into the house.
So there you go. I know it doesn't look like much today, but we've got a dream, and we've got some power tools. So hopefully here shortly we'll have all the little trees cleared out, and we'll be in here making ourselves another really, really cool place to hang out on the lake.
And if you're looking at this and wondering, when could you possibly find time to do this? Well, the game plan is the winter. Hopefully, as soon as that place is finished, in 4 weeks, as I talked about at the beginning of the video, we're over here and we're pouring concrete.
for this place. There's a few foundations I do plan on doing in concrete. So literally as soon as we finish that one, we're gonna jump over here and get busy building. We don't know what yet. So I've got about a month to figure out what we're gonna build and get a site plan, get a survey, get everything figured out, and then just get after it, because hopefully we're done with this in December, January, or something like that. There's been a lot of talk lately about how the Bermuda Triangle isn't ever mentioned anymore. Did it disappear? Illuminati confirmed? All I know is this is a triangle, therefore I think we're calling it the Bermuda Triangle. So I bought the Bermuda Triangle. Now let's see if we build something on it and it disappears, or if we park a motorcycle on it, maybe it disappears. I just saw some deer in there and they just disappeared. Who knows? So when they originally listed this place, they were asking $100,000 for these 3 lots. I think at that price, people thought that house over there came with it, but it didn't. So it sat on the market for a while, and then they suddenly lowered the price to $25,000. That was the listing price. So I called the real estate agent and I was like, how about 15? And they said no to 15, but we met in the middle at 17,000 on the dot. I thought we met in the middle at 17.5. I don't know. I think it's gonna work out, you know. I think 100 was super optimistic, but 17 was probably a really good price for a lake property that's incredibly close on every side. We're on a point and the lake is on both sides of this. So, you know, I love it. I'm excited to get started building. And just a few hours ago, we looked at another place that I'm probably gonna throw in another lowball on and see if we can end up with a third one. One more and we've got a home run. That's it. That's the next place. I bought another one. And this one hopefully blows your mind. If you weren't a fan of the abandoned mini resort, this one will go so much farther and it will be so much cooler because I get to start from scratch. That is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to head on over to shop WatchJRGo.com for cool shirts not like this. And please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. And I will talk to you next time. I really need to come talk to these guys and see if they want to sell this place, because this would make construction of this a lot easier. I see their car parked out here every once in a while and I just need to run by and say hi. Maybe they want to leave.